Guys, I'm not gonna lie. This stream is probably gonna be depressing. Uh, I've been working on my YouTube content for 2 years now. 2 years of my life, and it could all be ruined because of it again. I might get a strike on my YouTube channel. While I was playing the game, like I think it was yesterday or two, and PlayStation. Not PlayStation. Warzone. Well, no, YouTube. Heard me say a racial slur, the N word. Uh, I am black. I'm not racist, but they they reported my channel and banned me for 1 week of like no posting videos of it. So I can only stream. So I'm gonna get you a daily stream every day. Chat, if I don't, I'm very sorry. Uh, and it's really sad that, but as a small YouTuber with only 150 subscribers, I have to leave admins and get the strike on my YouTube channel over something that was very little because I am black and stuff like that. So, YouTube, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry. And please take action and please take notice with this stream. If you do and you understand, please do not put a strike on my account over some BS like this. I ask for you to please just not take action over my account, because if you do, I lose everything I worked for the past year or two. So it's definitely sad talking about this on stream. But now I get y'all a good gameplay, and maybe I'll try to post it on YouTube. Alright, today we are using the best shotgun in the game, supposedly by Lucky Tomlin himself. Lucky Tomlin said this is the best shotgun in the game, so I want to see if Lucky was lying, but maybe he's not. And then we're gonna use the best movement SMG in the game right now, which is the PP919. I already know this build's fire. If it's not, I'm sorry. Let's start these games up and get a good gameplay in. Alright. Can do some challenges on Warzone for this. Tactical is going to be a shock charge, yeah. A shock charge would be amazing. We're gonna play Resurgence, and let's just get into our game.
See, he had these insane rules that didn't even make any sense. And me, my mother, and my 4 other siblings were forced to follow them. We couldn't speak at the dinner table unless we were spoken to first. None of our rooms had any doors, other than his bedroom and office, of course. We had to greet him with a hug and a kiss, with a cheek LOL, as soon as he walked in the door. And if we broke his rules, it's not like he hit us or anything. He just forced us to hold a ball sit position until our faces turned so red we couldn't hold it anymore. Or if he was in a good mood, he'd sit us down at the table in front of the entire family. There, we had to present a slideshow of why we were such disappointments, with a minimum of 10 examples. And each family member had to contribute too. But I never really thought it was that bad, because whenever I brought it up to my mom or siblings, they'd always just say, at least he doesn't hit us. But there was one rule that he never had to punish us for breaking, because none of us dared to go near it. And that was to never ask about his work, like ever. I don't even think our mom even knew what his job was, because he works from home, rarely had his laptop open. And every day, there were sleazy businessmen walking in and out of our home. They all looked the same. Eastern European, gold chain around their necks, big dark sunglasses. Sometimes I could hear them laughing. Other times, my dad would be barking orders at them in a language I couldn't understand. All I really knew was that I paid the bills, and I never struggled with money. Before I continue the story, you should probably know that I'm the second youngest child. And the youngest is my sister. I'll call her Soso, who's 6 years younger than me. Soso was the only one in my family I actually liked. During the slideshow punishments, she wouldn't take the opportunity to laugh at me or try and make me cry. Instead, she would say as little as possible. She had the type of heart that was impossible to turn evil. I always swore to myself that no matter what, I would always protect her. I never knew how much that promise would ruin my life. Because one day, when she was 10, she broke the forbidden rule. We were sitting around the table in silence when she spoke. Daddy, can I help you with work one day? My spine stiffened. I didn't even look up, just focused on twirling the peas around my plate with my fork. You don't need to know. My dad's voice was stern, like it was a warning. But Daddy, I never get to see you. And I'm good at organizing. Suddenly, my dad aggressively sat up from his chair so hard it fell over. But instead of dragging her to the corner and forcing her to hold the infamous wall sit, he just walked away. I was even more scared than Sosa. I was watching her with intense tunnel vision. Soon, my dad stopped back in with what looked like a black leather belt in his hand. My body processed what was going on before my brain did. I immediately wrapped myself around her, and the first hand landed on my back. This made my dad 10 times angrier, and he used his strength to pull us apart and lock me outside. I was forced to watch through the window as Sosa was helplessly wailed on, and none of my other siblings even did anything. They just retreated to their rooms and made sure not to get in my dad's way. With each hit, I felt my heart grow colder, and that's when I checked the time. It was 4 p.m. on a Thursday, which meant the CPS office would still be open. I called them and quickly blurted out everything I could think of. The woman on the other side seemed extremely concerned, and I begged her to make sure that the claim stayed anonymous. And then I called yesterday. There were a few seconds of silence after she said it. I didn't think I would pick up. My dad would take it. Sometimes kids can get so confused. This made me laugh too.
Them too much, you know. I play with them.
But that night I spent hours crying. My entire body was vibrating.
It's like I play the big map, but Resurgence.
She was going to hug me, but you shouldn't trade Daddy. Was the only thing she whispered before.
Yeah, they play ranked and shit. Like I don't be on ranked. If I play ranked, bro, you know how many tryhards I would get because I'm a tryhard. Dude, I'd get fucking body slammed by people in that shit. Yo, they nerfed it a little bit. You just gotta rebuild it. Oh my goodness.
Never asked much, like ever. I don't even think our mom even knew.
Are my two templates?
Would you respect yourself like this? My sister turned me into a
Oh, you guys are the conflict will evolve.
Now she's
You gotta send me that Discord invite to join here. I got it, but
this is game! No! Because why is your whole team shooting at me trying to get 1 kill? Your whole team shooting at someone to get 1 kill! It's your whole team! Like, that's gay! Why is your whole team stacking on one person? Like a whole team of 4 trying to kill someone with a shotgun. What's a shotgun gonna do for you? Like, oh my god, that's weird.
Yellow, you know you're not good there, eh? Shit, I just wanted to come down and grab you.
Yo, hop off. And you're rushing with your teammate. Yeah, teammate, we're getting rushed.
Oh, God,
teammate,
there, bro.
He's one out. Teammate. Alright, thank you, teammate. Jesus.
I knew someday these records would matter. I just had to survive long enough to use them. My silence
Just to get shot from two different people at two different angles.
making us cry and beg for forgiveness. I knew some of the strategies of that.
Holy fuck, G.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't put on my things, bro. I'm done.
Hold out.
I'm done. I'm just done. I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm leaving. I'm getting off. Yo, no games are good right now.
They've been limiting my food as punishment. The thought of thanking him for anything made me want to vomit. I stood up slowly, my chair scraping loudly against the floor, looked him dead in the eye, and said in a monotone voice, "I'm grateful you haven't killed us yet." Then I walked out without eating, my stomach growling in protest. nervousness, shame, fear mingling in his words. Then he told me something interesting. He once recorded an argument between our parents, just in case. He wouldn't tell me what was on it, but I could see it was something big. I'll trade you, I offered. I know where Dad keeps his stash. Ryan's eyes widened. What stash? His devil's lettuce. It's in the fake air vent in his office. I've seen him get it when he thinks everyone's asleep. This was our dad's hidden vice, the thing he indulged in while preaching strict moral values to us. Ryan was shocked, his mouth actually hanging open. I promised to show him proof if he'd let me hear the recording. He agreed. The prospect of catching our father in hypocrisy too tempting to resist. The audio was better than I could have hoped for. It was our dad screaming at our mom, threatening to make her disappear like her sister. Her sobs muffled as if she was trying to stay quiet. It was damning evidence of the monster behind the mask. Can I have a copy? I asked Ryan. He hesitated, fear flashing across his face. If Dad finds out, he won't. Not for me. Ryan eventually agreed. I made 3 backup copies and hid them in different places, under a loose floorboard in the basement, behind a cracked tile in the bathroom, and inside a hollowed out sofa I kept in my backpack. Have you heard of that?
Remember saying,
Managed to capture audio without dragging the song over speakerphone. I'm gonna keep an eye out for it. The turning point came about a month later. I was at school, half listening to my English teacher discuss the Great Gatsby when I got a text from Ryan. Dad found something. Get home now. I overthought myself. I asked to be excused. Taking a sip of water, my feelings scattered.
Break my controllers too.
We're headed to the war zone.
Smashed it against the wall. Pieces of plastic and glass sound. You think you're smart? You think you can collect evidence against me? Have you shown this too? I still said nothing. When I was hammering in my chest, but my face carried.
You have to say it.
She didn't do it. She just stood there, witnessing everything. Hands clenched in the
That's how you plan on doing this. Hey, that business, go ahead.
window. Arrow put my muffler in the freaking face. I'm running! I'm sorry!
So agreed to start asking questions. Out at home, Bert was dangerous, and in public, where he couldn't react without breaking his perfect gentleman's. In church, she innocently asked Dad, "Can we ever talk about Aunt Grace?" While standing in the checkpoint line surrounded by she'd said, "My teacher asked, I didn't know what to say. Each time, he maintained his smile, his public face, I could see the rage, but attention.
Work is very young. You're meant to be.
Get ready. You're reaching the point.
I started leaving.
You're very I'm very
Just to let scenes of now. Family next door isn't the same. You see him every single day. Do you know? Strange sense. I also started to find other future plans we wanted to meet.
Stand by for redeployment.
Still firmly in the dance. Still in this
Oh my god, I had him low, bro. This thing is wrecked on me.
Yeah.
Keep picking him up, picking him up.
I'm dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Dad's whole perfect family. He threatened to throw me out when he caught me kissing Daryl in that Saturday humiliating his family. The look told the show. It's a lying himself. Sweet-seated and oily sometimes have to back on occasion. The next day, I found my mom sitting in her room.
Dead inside the gun.
She was on the phone, speaking quietly, her fingers nervously twisting the strand.
Turning units at front.
Down straight when she saw me, I expected her to hang up quickly. Instead, she held my gaze and continued the conversation. Yes, Tuesday or 2 p.m. Thank you. After she heard my sometimes we have to make hard choices to protect the people. She said quickly, shoulder scream I'd seen in years. It was the first time she ever acknowledged, even in private, that something was wrong in her family. That maybe she wasn't completely brainwashed out. That maybe she was finding her. Things escalated quickly after that. Dad became increasingly paranoid. He installed cameras in the living room and kitchen, believing they were safe. I disabled them one by one, carefully and quietly, using skills I learned from YouTube videos watched in each time.
I hate these says for stacking hard. They're stacking hard and they're still losing. It's crazy.
The final score came during a Sunday. Associates and their wives all dressed
I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
He's camping in there. He's camping in there.
I don't lose more ciphers.
I'm so sorry, she said, not sounding sorry. My hands slipped, just like Daddy's does sometimes. The table was set, the man's wife looked at them, dabbing at her husband's suit, napkin, avoiding eye contact with any Dad's face turned that dangerous shade of red. Kids say the darndest things, he laughed when it sounded on the string, so suddenly.
Yeah, man.
Dad stood up so quickly, his chair fell back with a loud crash. That's enough, he shouted, his perfect mask completely shattered. The guests looked shocked. Dad never raised his voice.
What?
I didn't shoot him, the man said, standing up and motioning to things. After they left, Dad was he grabbed Susan by the arm and started digging into the snow.
You ready, Johnny?
Came into the kitchen, waving her hands on her apron and her face pale, determined, and released her. Even William looked uncomfortable, shifting his weight from foot to foot. For the first time, Dad was facing united resistance. He released Soso's arm and saw her out of the house. We heard his cars reach out the door, tired of leaving black walls open. That night, we had a family meeting, the first real one ever. We gathered in the living room, the space feeling different without Dad's oppressive presence. Mom admitted she'd been talking to a lawyer about divorce options. Brian played his recording for everyone. I showed them my documentation, the photos, recordings, and the timeline I'd carved under the basement stairs. Natalie confessed she'd been saving money from her part-time job, planning to escape as soon as she turned 18. Even William admitted Dad had hit him once when no one else was home. We stayed up late, talking honestly for the first time in years, the words pouring out of us like water from a broken dam. The next morning, Dad still hadn't come home. Mom called the locksmith to change all the locks. She also called her sister Grace, who apparently had been trying to reconnect for years, but Dad had prevented it. 2 days later, Dad finally showed up with police officers, claiming we'd locked him out of his own house, but Mom was ready. She showed the officers the photos of our injuries, played Brian's recordings, and explained the situation calmly. The officers advised Dad to leave peacefully and handle it through proper legal channels. As he was leaving, I caught his eye. For a moment, I saw something I'd never seen before. Fear. He was afraid of me, of what I knew, of what I could prove. This isn't over, he said quietly as he walked past me. You're right, I replied. It's just beginning. I wish I could say everything got better immediately after that, but real life doesn't work that way. Mom filed for divorce. Dad hired an expensive lawyer and tried to paint her as unstable. He claimed all our evidence was fabricated. He even tried to get custody of Sosa, knowing she was the one we all wanted to protect most. But he underestimated how much we'd all changed. Mom wasn't the scared, submissive woman she'd been. Ryan and William testified about the abuse they'd witnessed and experienced. Natalie shared her journals documenting years of psychological torture. And I presented my digital evidence, the photos and audio recordings, along with the carved timeline from under the basement stairs. Most importantly, Soso stood up in court and told the truth about everything. Dad had manipulated her into betraying me. How he'd promised to love her more if she reported on everyone else. How he'd then abandoned her emotionally when she was no longer useful. Dad's perfect mask crumbled completely under the weight of all that truth. The judge granted Mom full custody of all minor children and a restraining order against Dad. It's been 6 months since then. We're still dealing with the aftermath. Mom's in therapy, and so are all of us kids. We moved to a smaller house across town. So and I are rebuilding our relationship. It's not perfect. We still have moments where I remember her betrayal, but we're getting there. She leaves me little drawings under my pillow sometimes. I'm sorry. Drinking had started community college. William is learning how to exist without Dad's approval driving his every decision. Natalie is applying to colleges out of state, excited to start fresh somewhere new. As for me, I still have nightmares. I still flinch at loud noises. I still have trust issues that will probably take years to work through. But for the first time in my life, I'm not afraid all the time. I can speak at the dinner table without permission. I have a door on my bedroom that I can close whenever I want. Small freedoms that most people take for granted, but to me, they're everything. Last week, I finally fixed that old bike in the basement. I rode it around the neighborhood, feeling the wind on my face, going wherever I wanted. No rules.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm really bad. Yeah, okay.
Enemy dropping
Fucking
into the AR.
yeah, freaking baby.
All stations green light. Deploying to the war zone. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I finally fixed that old bike in the basement. I took it out for a ride around the neighborhood, feeling the wind on my face. No punishment, no fear. It felt amazing, like I was actually free for the first time. But that freedom didn't last long. 3 days later, I was riding home from school. I would escort
Stay alive.
get in. Just scared. I screamed. I pedaled faster. My arm hit my chest. The SUV kept raising beside me. It used to be the one just I turned around. Screamed. Pushed inside.
Yep.
Oh, in the water on me.
Seeing me on public street, they suggested we
Marking the rest of that squad on your tax.
Yeah, I don't miss it. Yeah, I mean, better.
Squad mate back on station. Good work.
Just to bring attention. Then so capable for school.
Enemy UAV overhead.
The man gave this to
Enemy
me.
UAV is online.
He said it was from the They checked the
Hostile
security
UAV
cameras.
in the
They
area.
didn't say just
Enemy UAV overhead.
the principal.
Boom!
We didn't know what it was. Took it straight to the
Guess who's repicking? I am.
found it contained a small teddy bear. Cross recorder inside. When they pressed it, snubbed it. Police officer looked up. It's creepy, but not that big of a threat. She explained, we can document this. Can't do anything. Starve us for it. That would make a really thinking of fire.
Come on, bro. I might have to get me a new controller today. My shit is cooked.
Can't sleep either.
Good shit,
We sat in silence for a few minutes.
Anytime I can refresh it break when did I get on?
All those guys who used to come to the house, dad, business, what if they're still working?
How many burgers?
Stacks of cash.
Observe the enemy.
The next day, I introduced me to
Enemy UAV is online.
That one down right there, huh?
He's good at finding information.
Split this skills on you? I talked to my friend. Well, not my friend, just my teammate. What? This full team jumped down for one kill is crazy.
You are 1 minute remaining. Not bad.
They need to nerf that pistol, bruh.
She said, voice shaking. He didn't approach me or anything. He was just sitting at a table reading a newspaper. When he saw me notice him, he smiled. The next day, William spotted him on his track. The day after that, Mom saw him at the grocery store. He never approached, never violated the restraining order. He was just there, watching, letting us know he could get close anytime he wanted. We were all on edge, jumping at every noise, and checking over our shoulders constantly. Mom started talking about moving. Baby's name, Then Ralph called. He wanted to meet in person. Said he had information he couldn't share over the phone. We met him at a diner across town, away from our usual hangouts. Your father's into some shady stuff, Ralph said without preamble, sliding a folder across the table to my mom. Money laundering. He takes cash from some Eastern European guys, and the substance money, though I couldn't confirm that. He runs it through a serial shell. Makes it look legitimate. Mom's hands tremble as she opened the folder. Inside,
Devin, do you know what happened to the orange Fanta?
This is circumstantial. You need hard
How? The orange Fanta.
discussing the transactions. And even then, these guys have expensive.
Like there was a full 2-liter bottle.
It didn't help us. There's something else.
Huh? Cause I'm just asking because it was a full unopened 2-liter bottle and just disappeared. I haven't drunk any. So it's unopened too. Huh? I probably what?
Probably know where it's at.
For me? Oh, it's probably good. Jesus, show me. Jesus, show me better. Everywhere we went, yeah, it's better. Where we went, yeah, it's better. Jesus, you always been. You're better. Whoa, it's better. Oh, yeah, it's better. Oh, yeah, it's better. Jesus Christ, yeah, it's better. Oh, yeah, it's better. Oh, yeah, it's better. Oh, yeah, it's better. Jesus, you always better. Lord, I am so thankful for the way that you blessed me. I catch you, Papa. You guys don't know. You look at I checked through the. He said, I don't want to play with you no more. You threw my toys. Jesus, you always got him.
Enemies are
You
dropping into the
always
area. Watch the
got him.
skies.
Mga malenyeño.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Pega vos, papi, te pega vos.
He's facing serious charges. Bail was denied. Said your dad hired you to stay. But enough to make
Survive to redeploy fallen teammates. Kill to bring them back faster.
Enemy staying in enemies. Somewhere without memories. She got out.
Enemies are dropping into the area.
Smiles and Brian's doing well in community college. William joined the local track team and actually made friends who like him for him, not because they're afraid of his dad.
Jesus, you're like him. No, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Feeling the wind in her face, going wherever.
You're redeploying.
No fear, just freedom. This time, I know it's going to
Ahora aquí cayó.
Enemy soldier incoming.
¿Cómo subió rápido?
Se cayó.
Under fire! Inserting additional armor.
Got your revenge.
¿Dónde?
No bullets! No bullets! No bullets!
My sister, 24, recently became an Instagram more than off the dumb dances she did with her friends. Get ready with me videos while she yapped and she rolled with her. One day, she posted some stuff about how to style a white t-shirt in 5 different ways, and she's been pretty big ever since. Before I continue, you should probably know that my sister is the only family I really have.
You have
My parents died
reinforcements
in
inbound.
when I was 14, and my sister Leah was 19. Leah wasn't in college at the time and had an apartment with a 5-year lease, so she filed for adoption and became my legal guardian. She quickly became my safe space, and I don't think there's anything in my life that Leah doesn't know about. So her
Enemy
presence isn't
UAV
feeling any
overhead.
harder. It's not even enjoyable, because she always insists
Enemy
on doing
UAV is
everything.
online.
I also completely understand the
Enemy
irony of me
advanced
posting this
UAV is
through
active.
I just need someone to hear me out. Last year, on our parents' 5-year anniversary, I told
Enemy
Leah that I
UAV
wanted to do
overhead.
anything for her. Just sit inside, look at old photos, cry, and listen to Sam Smith. She didn't even look up from her phone on my phone, so I asked her 10 times if she had heard what I said. When I forced her to repeat my friend's words to me, I was confident that my mission would be that day when I arrived to this huge celebration. You could have sworn it was my 60th birthday or something. There were so many guests that I couldn't even go without
Hostile
showing
UAV in the area.
the red carpet. Everyone was dressed extremely fancy. There were dozens of
Sácalo, pa.
tables lined with guests. I talked to Leah about the
Un tiro. Se cayó.
Not the driving!
Al
Stop
pana.
it!
Me cayó el pana, me cayó el pana.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Be brave like her. I grabbed her. How are you doing? She said, her face turning red. I shoved her out of the room and locked the door. A cropped version of the video still went up in her story.
Go get
A few
armed.
weeks later was my 20th birthday. I wanted to repeat the same thing happening again. I told Leah that I was hosting a party, so she couldn't invite anyone. I just never
I needed a plate too, buddy. You don't have to take all the plates, buddy. I need a place too.
Squad mate redeployed. Well done.
Y en lugar de su occidente.
You have reinforcements inbound.
Okay.
UAV overhead.
She fell to the floor and started crying her eyes out. It was the most intense I've seen her since our parents' funeral. I hugged her and held her twice and told her that it had gone too far and it was the best thing for her.
Stop! Stop it! No! Stop it!
Enemy dropping the AR.
I just stopped you! Stop it!
Oh, they camping all the loadouts.
Stop it! Stop it! How like this?
Squad mate redeployed. Well done.
Stop it!
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy UAV overhead.
Papá, acá, está tocado. Venga acá.
Partida uno, están sobreviviendo ahí. Diablo, he entrado, cabrón. Pasa para el
Let's
puente
go.
con la
Pick up the
magna.
storm bridge. Pick up the storm bridge. What's on?
Enemies are
What's
dropping into the area. Watch
on?
the skies.
Pick up the storm bridge. Let's go.
Fire sale active.
Pick up the storm bridge.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy UAV overhead.
I nearly threw up when I saw it. The video looked so real that if I
Hostile
hadn't known it
UAV
was
in the
fake, even I
area.
might have believed it. The lighting, the angle, even the sound effects. It was
Get
horrifyingly
ready.
convincing.
Resurgence
I
is going
sabía,
inbound
Alex.
to
To make small friends. Even my professor.
Ah, you're trying to stop me. I was leaving you.
Believe me, the damage was already done.
I want to leave with
Sitting on the couch,
the storm bridge.
she could do something so horrible. She just looked up at me.
enemy UAV is online.
My hard work in seconds. Did you think there was
UAV overhead.
She said, her voice
Hostile UAV in the
what
area.
I was hearing. This wasn't the sister
Get
who
to the
raised me
safe
after
zone.
parents died. This wasn't the person
Gas is
who
moving.
nightmares and taught me how to do
You have
it.
reinforcements inbound.
Someone obsessed with rumors and likes it. Someone willing to destroy my reputation over an Instagram account. You can tell everyone it's fake, I said, my voice shaking. I could, she replied with a small smile, but I won't. You should have thought about what would happen before you deleted my account.
Fire sales over. Just on strike.
Damn.
Don't push them. They gotta move. They gotta move. Anytime they gotta move. They're here. They're here. They're here.
They're gonna boop? They're gonna boop? Are you gonna boop? You said they're gonna boop? Why would you go in there? Teammate, why did you go in there? That was kind of a stupid move. You saw me get beamed, and you still go in there.
Like the video was fake, that my sister had
created it to get back at me, but all I got was a thumbs down reaction. Just like that, I lost my job. The job that was helping me pay for textbooks and groceries while I finished college. I got out of bed and slapped my face. My eyes were confused. I looked like poop. I grabbed my laptop and searched for the video.
redeployed. Well done.
Taken down from violating redeployed. But screenshots were everywhere. My face was clearly visible.
Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover.
Sent out for text to all three, begging them to call
Current squad outside the safe
I was
zone.
the only one who responded, and her message made my stomach. I can't tell you right now. Leah showed us everything. Just get it, okay? What did she mean by everything? What else did Leah show them? I needed to know what I was up against. I walked out of my room, heart pounding, to confront my sister. Leah was in the kitchen making coffee, acting like it was just another day. She was already dressed in a clean outfit, hair perfectly styled, makeup done. She glanced up at me and had the audacity to smile. Morning, she said, like she hadn't just destroyed my entire life. What did you show my friends? I asked, trying to keep her voice steady. She took a sip of coffee, just
You're the fuck did I get to me?
Good to go.
I just randomly get sniped. Like what?
Only 4 remain.
Ya llegaron todas.
This is-
Siempre con el otro que entra. Vente, vente para acá, vente para acá. Estamos aquí.
Stop it! Stop it!
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Me cayó, vos.
I'm just gonna not say anything.
message just to clear the air about what was going on between us.
Stop it! Stop it! Right now! You need to stop it! Just stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Unprocessed for years, becoming increasingly unstable and jealous of her success. She claimed she'd been trying to help me, but that I refused therapy and lashed out instead. She even said I had a history of making up stories for attention. Our Aunt Janet, who lived a few states
What's up, whoever's in my stream?
replied immediately with sympathy.
First year of the stream, nice. What's up, dude?
Chimed in too, offering the support and suggesting residential treatment facilities for me. Not a single person asked for my side of the story. They all just assumed Leah was telling the truth. I threw my phone across the room and screamed into my pillow. How did this happen? How could I become the villain in my own life? I needed to find a way to prove what Leah had done, but I had no idea.
Tired.
She said gently, if you're going through something difficult, there are resources available. I nodded and took the brochure. Too embarrassed to explain that I was leaving. I referred to the student video, the one who peed on her parents' graves. Gross. How was she even allowed on campus? I ran to the bathroom and threw up. When I finally made it home, Leah was filming a get ready with me video in the living room. She had set up ring lights and a tripod, transforming our shared space into her personal studio. Hey guys, today I'm doing a soft glam look perfect for fall. She was saying to the camera, I've been going through a really tough time with family stuff, as you know, but makeup has been so therapeutic for me. I walked past her without saying a word. She didn't even acknowledge me until she finished filming 20 minutes later. Then she knocked on my door. I need to talk to you, she said when I opened it. About what you meant to ruin my life. She rolled her eyes. Don't be so dramatic. I wanted to tell you that I'm doing a collaboration with a mental health group that paid me to talk about family trauma and healing. I might mention you, but I won't use your name. Are you serious right now? You're monetizing this? Making money off of destroying my reputation? It's just business, she said with a shrug. Nothing personal. Nothing personal? You made a deep fake of me desecrating our parents' graves. How is that not personal? She looked at me with cold eyes. You deleted my account. I had brand deals lined up worth thousands of dollars. You cost me real money, so now I'm making it back. That's how the world works. After she left, I sat on my bed trying to process what was happening. The sister who had raised me, who had been my rock after our parents died, was now treating me like I was nothing, all because of social media fame and a few brand deals. It was like she'd become a completely different person. I opened my laptop and decided to do some digging. If Leah had created that deep fake, there had to be evidence somewhere. I knew she used her MacBook for most of her editing, but she always kept it locked. I needed to find a way to access it. My opportunity came the next day when she left for a content creation day at some hotel that had offered her a free stay in exchange for posts. As soon as she was gone, I went into her room. Her laptop was on her desk, but as expected, it was password protected. I tried a few obvious combinations. My name, her parents' names, her birthday, but nothing worked. Then I noticed her iPad's nightstand. She sometimes left it unlocked because she used it mainly for reading scripts while filming. I picked it up, and to my relief, the screen lit up without asking for a password. I immediately opened Safari to check her browsing history. Bingo, there it was. Searches for best deepfake apps, how to make realistic deepfake, and free trial AI video creator. I took photos of the screen with my phone as evidence. Then I noticed her iCloud was synced to the iPhone. I tapped the Files app and found a folder labeled Content Backup. Inside were hundreds of videos, including raw footage she never posted. I scrolled through them quickly, looking for anything related to the deepfake. I didn't find the actual video, but I found something almost as damning: a screen recording of her using the deepfake app, with my face clearly visible as she manipulated the image. I was about to close the iPad when I noticed another folder labeled Strategy. Curious, I opened it and found a document.
Use this time for some target practice. Real things coming.
There was even a section about using paper for stickers.
Can I get your best call, Anthony?
I never cheated. I didn't admit to anything. She turned sent to my she must have gotten into my laptop when it was very serious conversation with my advisor. She's funny. I didn't know of this specific incident, and I knew it was separate, blaming my sister for everything that was happening to me. It's so sad, but the importance making a mistake. Replacing me with academic probation while this was investigated, my advisor told me if the allegations are true, he would face deportation.
O sea que sí. De los botes más clase baja.
Can I? That should be Let's do it. I'm fucking this. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. For no reason. I need to start clipping this and posting it on YouTube to show how stupid this game is. Cause that's just BS.
Around 2 a.m., I heard Leah on the phone in the living room. I crept to my door and listened. Yeah, my sister's a liability, but also great clickbait, she was saying to someone. The mental health angle is really resonating with followers. My engagement is through the roof. No, she has no idea. She thinks I'm actually upset about the account deletion, but honestly, it was the best thing that could have happened. The sympathy from starting over has been incredible for my brand. I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. Leah wasn't just retaliating against me. She was actively using me as a weapon. My pain and humiliation were just tools for her to gain more followers. Something inside me hurt it for a moment. I stopped feeling hurt and started feeling angry. Really angry. I went back to my bed and immediately left. I created a new folder in my phone for my memory. It started organizing everything I heard about logs of her search history, the DBank app, the comeback plan. It wasn't enough yet, but it was a start. The next day, I noticed something interesting. Whenever Leah was home, our Wi-Fi seemed slower than usual. I checked our router settings and saw that her devices were using most of the bandwidth. That's when I remembered that we shared the same network, and her computer automatically backed up to our home cloud storage. I accessed the storage from my laptop and found gigabytes of her files. Most were just photos and videos from her social media, but buried among them were folders labeled with dates. I opened one from around the time she had been in the I found the original video file along with editing logs that showed exactly how the edit was created, but that was one. I also found videos of Leah practicing when I couldn't get her. Every emotional moment she shared online was referred to as a backbone engagement. I downloaded everything and reloaded.
Yo, why did he think he's a movement demon though? Why did he try?
Every social media post she made about me. I even found a GoFundMe she had started for Aunt Janet's medical expenses that didn't exist. Aunt Janet had no idea Leah was collecting money in her name. The more I discovered, the clearer it became that Leah's entire online presence was built on lies. She wasn't just manipulating me, she was manipulating everyone. Family, brands that paid for all of them were being deceived. I compiled everything into a comprehensive document with timestamps.
You know, one life, and he died. You're so trash.
Bro, like, stop.
Language or accusations, just the facts backed by evidence. Then I made 5 copies of the folder and sent them to key people. My academic advisor, closest friend of mine who had ghosted me, my old boss at the coffee shop, and students at my college. I didn't make any demands or ask for anything. I just included a short note. This is the truth. Do with it what you will. For 2 days, nothing happened. I went to classes, kept my head down, and avoided Leah
Enemy UAV is online. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy advanced UAV overhead. Get ready to redeploy. You're getting another shot. Weapons free. Enemy UAV overhead. Gas is inbound.
Just done. I'm done my gym shoot. Let's it.
I never meant to hurt her, and I hope someday we can heal our relationship. For now, I'm taking a step back from social media to focus on my mental health. The comments were full of support. You're so brave. Take all the time you need. Family is complicated, and so on. Not a single person questioned her version of events or wondered if there might be more to the story. I handed the phone back to my coworker and got reluctant. What was I supposed to say? That my sister was... manipulative liar who tried to destroy my life. That would just make it exactly what Leah wanted. Instead, I focused on rebuilding. I met with my professor. I reconnected with Amanda and my other friends. Though things were still a bit awkward, I changed all my passwords and set up two-factor authentication on everything. I even started seeing a counselor at the campus mental health center. Not because I was unstable like Leah claimed, but because I needed help processing the betrayal. A week after Leah moved out, I came across a address to both of us with no return address. Inside was a flash drive and a note that said, "Thought you should see this." I was immediately suspicious. Was this another one of Leah's tricks? But something about it felt different. I took the flash drive to the campus IT center and asked them to check it for viruses before I opened it. They gave me the all clear, so I plugged it into one of their computers. It contained a single video file. The video showed Leah and Emma sitting in what looked like a coffee shop. They didn't seem to Leah was talking and then I'll do a full mental health journey thing, she was saying. People eat that poop up. A few weeks of that, then I'll announce I'm starting a podcast about family trauma. My sister will try to speak out again, but by then no one will care. She'll just look like she's obsessed with me. Emma nodded against mine, and I've got 500,000 followers across platforms who believe everything I say. And the GoFundMe, I'll say it was a misunderstanding, that I genuinely thought Aunt Janet needed help. I'll refund the money and look like a saint for